Hi everyone, welcome back to Pilates with Ken's. Today I'll be guiding you through a 20-minute full body workout. This workout is postpartum friendly. I am 3 months postpartum in this video, and as you can see, I have my baby with me. So let's get started. We'll come to a nice comfortable seated position with our legs out front and our feet flexed. Let's pull our arms out to a T, and we'll start with our saw, turning towards the left, folding forward and pulsing twice, stacking the spine, turning towards the right, folding forward and pulsing twice. Each time you pulse, try to keep those feet really flexed, and we're exhaling at each pulse, inhaling to return. Nice work. As we move through this exercise, remember we're keeping our core engaged and using our side obliques to help turn towards the side. So this is not a passive exercise, though it may seem like it is. It's an active workout. Let's do this a few more times. Stacking the spine, turning towards the left. Exhale, exhale, and return. Nice work. Last one. Exhale, exhale, return, and stack that spine. Excellent job. We'll pull our feet together and just do a nice forward fold to stretch our hamstrings. Take an inhale and an exhale. Try to stretch a little further each breath. For our next exercise, we'll make our way all the way onto our backs, slowly rolling down one vertebra at a time, and we'll lift our arms overhead. This exercise is the roll up, and for some it may be pretty advanced, so we can modify if needed. To start, we'll lift our arms overhead. On the exhale, we'll pull our arms up to the ceiling, tuck the chin, and roll up one vertebra at a time, trying to keep those feet flexed and placed onto the mat. Roll all the way over for a stretch, come back up, restack the spine, and as we roll down, we'll tuck the pelvis first and roll down vertebra by vertebra. Let's do that again. Arms first towards the ceiling, tuck the chin, roll up, press those heels into the mat, roll all the way over for a nice stretch, and then again, stack the spine, inhale, and exhale, roll down one vertebra at a time. If the legs staying out straight is a little bit too advanced, you can go ahead and bend those knees. Also, if you need a little bit extra assistance rolling up, you can grab behind your knees and help pull yourself up. If at any point in time you're feeling your lower back strain or your neck, it would be time to modify. So again, you can go ahead and bend those knees and help pull yourself up behind your knees. Exhaling as you pull up and stretching forward. Nice job. During postpartum, it's important for us to retrain those muscles that we utilize in doing exercises like this. So it is okay to struggle. It's not okay to feel any sort of pain. So on this last one, exhale, pull over. Great job, and restack that spine. Throughout this video, you will see me tend to my baby, and that's just motherhood in general. As a parent, you know that time is limited, so we make do with the time that we have. And sometimes that means tending to our baby throughout our workouts, and that's okay. So I see you, and you're doing amazing. For this next exercise, again, we'll lay all the way on our backs, and we'll lift our legs straight up to the ceiling. Slowly roll down. We can adjust our lower back as well so it's imprinted into the mat. We'll try to keep our neck and spine neutral, and we will lower and lift our legs. So we're going to inhale as we lower our legs, flexing our feet down towards the mat, and exhale as we pull those legs back up towards the ceiling. Nice job. The lower the legs, the harder this gets. So if you don't have the full range without letting your lower back pop up off the mat, that's okay. We'll go to your range, no further. So we're inhaling down and exhale as you scoop those legs back up to the ceiling. You'll notice I put my hand on my core just so I can feel if I'm coning my abdomen or not. I don't want any coning. I do want to train my core correctly. So if there were to be any coning, I just wouldn't lower my legs down quite as far. Let's do 3 more here. Inhaling down, exhale as you scoop and pull those legs back to the ceiling. And 2. Nice work, nice and slow and controlled. Point those toes up. Last one here. Inhaling down, keeping that lower back flat on the mat. Excellent work. Go ahead and take a break. Place your feet on the mat and we'll pull our hands behind our head at the nape of our neck. We'll just do our standard crunches here. Exhaling as you pull your head and shoulders off the mat. We want to avoid using our hands to pull our head and rather use our core to lift the head and shoulders. Again, we're going to exhale as we pull up and inhale back down. Let's go 4 more here. Exhale up, inhale down, nice work. And 3. 2 more. Pulling those ribs down and in and the belly button to the spine. Excellent job. And take a rest. Next exercise here will be our modified teaser. We'll make our way up to a seated position, rolling onto our sides and pressing ourselves up. Our legs will be bent and feet flat on the mat, and our arms behind us. As always, we want to take this exercise nice and slowly and controlled. So for this modified teaser, we really are just getting into the teaser position to help retrain our muscles. On the exhale, we'll slightly lean into our hands behind us and lift our legs into that V teaser position. As you lift those legs, we're scooping our pelvis into a little C curve. Once you're in that comfortable position, you can let go of your hands behind you and pull them up in front of you into that full teaser position. Again, we're pressing into the hands, C-curving our pelvis, lifting the legs, and once you're comfortable, let go of your arms and pull them forward. If pulling the arms in front of you is a little bit too much, that's okay, just work on the legs. Excellent job. As you C-curve your pelvis and lift your legs, we're taking a nice exhale and pulling ourselves into position. Once we're at the top, we'll take an inhale and release. Nice work. Nice and slow. C-curve the pelvis, lift the legs, exhale, pull those arms forward. Nice job. Take an inhale and relax. Great work. We'll do 2 more here. Leaning back slightly, C-curving the pelvis, lift those legs. Excellent job. Nice, and inhale. Last one, exhale, lift those legs, pull those arms out in front, relax the shoulders. Place those arms behind and drop the legs. Nice job. Let's pull our legs out in front of us and keep those hands behind us. We'll go into our reverse planks here. So we'll press our way into our heels, lift those hips up to the ceiling, and come into our reverse plank position. We're exhaling as we lift our body up and inhale to come back down. Some things we want to keep in mind when we do this exercise is to try not to flare our ribs out as we lift our body up. So we're still aiming to keep those ribs nice and knitted, press down and in as we lift and squeeze our glutes. Excellent job. Once we get used to coming into this reverse plank position, you can move on to more advanced exercises such as the leg pull back. So when you would be in that full plank position, you would lift one leg up to the ceiling, but for now, we're just doing our reverse plank. As we lift our hips up, we also have a tendency to want to rock side to side because our muscles are getting fatigued. So we'll try to lift our hips up to the ceiling nice and smoothly and evenly. Let's do a couple more here. Excellent work. And last one. Exhale as we pull ourselves up to the ceiling, looking up, and slowly come back down. For this next exercise, we'll keep our arms back behind us. Go ahead and bend your legs and place your feet flat on the mat. We'll come into our tricep press. Of course, we have to tend to our babies first. Mine's a little bit fussy today. So coming into position, we'll lift our glutes just slightly off of the mat, and we'll bend at our elbows, slowly lowering down and utilizing our triceps to bend and extend. We're really using mind-muscle connection here to utilize just our triceps. Sometimes we have a tendency to want to take over and use our legs to help lift and lower ourselves, but for this exercise specifically, just try to use your triceps. Okay, we've got 3 more here. Inhaling down, exhale, press. Excellent work. Last one, inhale down and exhale, press. Let's take a rest and let's go ahead and grab those babies. If you don't have a baby to grab, go ahead and grab some water and take a rest before we transition to our next exercise. Again, as I've said before, it's okay if you take breaks throughout your workouts. We're not all perfect and we all have things going on. So don't beat yourself up if you don't get everything done that you wanted to. As long as you're showing up for yourself and moving your body, that's really all that matters. Let's make our way into our push-up position. So now I am not strong enough yet to do my full push-ups with the toes on the ground, so I'm coming into modified on my knees. Today we're doing tricep push-ups, so as we lower ourselves to the mat, we're tucking our elbows in towards the side. Inhale as you slowly lower yourself down, and exhale as you press back up into your plank position. It helps if you have a cute baby to kiss on your way down. Let's do 5 more here. Inhaling down, exhale, press. And 4, nice job. 3 more. Beautiful work. And 2. Last one here. And take a rest. Excellent job. Go ahead and press back into child's pose and give yourself a nice little stretch. And we'll come back into a 4-point position. Go ahead and stack your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees, and we'll extend our left leg back behind us. We want to focus on keeping our hips pointed down towards the mat as we lift and lower that left leg. We'll exhale as we lift the leg, elongating behind us, and inhale to lower. Again, trying not to rock our hips back and forth, and trying not to lean too far into that right side. And we'll do 3 more here. Exhale 2. Last one. And we'll switch. So now we're coming onto that left knee, extending the right leg back behind. Exhale, lift. Inhale to lower. As we do this, we also want to focus on not arching our lower back. So as we lift that leg, we don't want to drop the pelvis. Everything is nice and tight. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Nice job. And let's do 3 more here. Lift. 2 more. Exhale. Nice job. Last one. And take a rest. Let's come back onto that right knee, extending the left leg back behind, and we're going to build on that previous exercise. So we'll lift that left leg into the air, place the toes on the mat, exhale, pull your core in and lift that right knee to the right elbow. Place the right knee back down, lift the left leg up, place the left leg onto the mat, and exhale as you lift that right knee in towards your elbow. Back and forth, exhale, pull, inhale to return, exhale, lift the left leg, inhale, place, exhale, pull. Excellent work. Let's do 3 more. Lift the leg, plant the toes, pull the knee, plant the knee. Nice job. 2 more. Good work. Last one here. Lift the leg, plant those toes, exhale, pull, round the spine. We're going to do 1 more and pulse. Pull that right knee in and in. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent job. Place that right knee down and relax. Let's transition to the other side. Take a break, roll your shoulders back, and we'll come right back into position. So this time planting that left knee on the mat, extending the right leg back behind us. We'll exhale, lift that right leg up to the ceiling, bring it back down, plant those right toes, and exhale, pull the left knee into the chest. Exhale, lift that right leg, inhale, plant, exhale, pull the left knee in, inhale, lower. Back and forth, utilizing our breath to help. As you pull that knee into the chest, we're rounding that spine and really activating the core to help lift. 4 more here. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Exhale, pull, inhale, plant. Nice job. And 3. 2 more. Nice and steady here. Great work on this last one. Lift that right leg back. Exhale, pull the left knee in and pulse. And pulse. In and in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job, and rest. We've just got a couple more exercises here. Let's shake it out. Roll those shoulders back. Nice job. We're going to come onto our right side and kneel on that right knee. We'll extend the left leg out down towards the bottom of the mat. And our top hand, the left hand, can be on the hip, behind the head, or extended straight up towards the ceiling, whichever is most comfortable for you. Extend that left leg down towards the mat and lift up towards the ceiling. Exhale, lift, and inhale, lower. As usual, we're moving nice and slowly and controlled. Our ribs are down and in, belly buttons to spine, and although it may seem like just a leg exercise, we are utilizing our core to stabilize as well. Let's go 3 more. Exhale, pull, and 2, 1, and we'll pulse up and up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice work. Shake it out. We'll go ahead and switch sides. So now we're on our left knee, planted on our left hand. Again, the arm can come behind our head, on the hip, or up towards the ceiling. Our right leg is slowly lifting and lowering without rocking our body too much, keeping the core nice and engaged. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Let's do 4 more here. And 3, you've got this. Stay with me. 2, and 1, nice job. And we'll pulse up and up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Let's make our way to standing. Since I have my baby, I'm going to grab him. If you have your baby, grab them too. We'll start by doing some calf raises. So we'll pull our heels together, toes apart, and we'll gently lift and lower, nice and slowly and controlled. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Nice job. Let's do 5 more here. And 4. 3 more. 2. Last one. Excellent job. Let's add on here and do some frog squats. We'll come up onto the toes, bend down into the squat, come back up, and place the heels back on the ground. If the heels lifted is too much, that's okay. You can just do some frog squats flat-footed. Again, we're working at our ability levels as to not create any injuries. Lift, slowly squat down, stand, and lower those heels. Excellent work. Exhale, press up, inhale to lower. Great job. Let's do 3 more here. On the toes, lower down, press up, nice work. And 2, you've got this, stay with me. Exhale, press, keeping that core nice and engaged. Last one here. Nice job, and shake it out. Nice job, everyone. Let's end today by doing a little bit of stretching. So we'll come back down onto the mat. Let's pull our right leg forward and we'll do a deep lunge. The left leg is planted on the mat, lifting that chest upright and sinking into the stretch. Shoulders are down and back. Take a nice deep breath. Inhale and exhale. We'll sit back onto that left foot and extend the right leg out in front. You can go ahead and flex the right foot and point the toe. really stretching out that hamstring. Take a nice deep breath. Inhale and exhale. We'll come back up slowly and switch sides. So placing that right knee on the mat, pulling the left leg forward, and sitting into that deep lunge. Pulling our shoulders down and back. Inhale and exhale. And again, sitting back onto that right foot, straightening the left leg in front of us. And you can go ahead and flex that left foot, point the toe. Take an inhale and an exhale. Thanking our body for being able to move and exercise. Even though we're busy, you should feel so proud for showing up for yourself today, because when you show up for yourself, you can show up for others as well. Come back up to seated or kneeling. Roll those shoulders back. Roll them forward. Let's round the neck nice and slowly in both directions. Take an inhale, exhale. We'll pull our arms out to the side, connect our palms overhead, and pull our palms in front of our heart. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining along with me. Let me know what you think about this workout. And don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time, everyone. Bye.